All right, all right, all right. So here is my birthday retrospective. So, stupid. All right, let me show a little more of. Yeah, check out my T-shirt. It's like a cat wearing American sunglasses. I like stuff like this. So here's what I gotta say, and all of this is just off the top of my head. All right, so what I've learned from being 38 going into 39 has been that man, a lot of life is really where we choose to steer the ship, at least for me. Um, and I'll say that in this past year, moving from Texas to North Carolina has really sort of, I don't know, it's really sort of like let me embrace the kind of stuff that was always, oh, well, someday I'll do this, someday I'll do that, someday XYZ. And sort of, I don't know, it's kind of like someday is today, So someday I'll have a gym membership, or someday I will go to the chiropractor, shout out Forge Chiropractic. Ding. No. But, or someday I will start rollerblading again. I got rollerblades today. And I haven't rollerbladed since I was a teenager, so it's been about 20 years. Or someday I will, whatever the thing is. It's the kind of thing where you can let a decade of your life go by. And for me, it's been my 30s because I'm 39 today. But you can let a decade of your life go by without, at least for me, if we don't take the reins of the ship and we live on autopilot and we sort of just living from reactions to what we sense, in our everyday lives, whether it's, I don't know, man, the news or TV or whatever, the external stimuli, and we just sort of live life that way, then it's very easy to be on autopilot. It's very easy to sort of look back and be like, man, I really haven't grown all that much. But I feel like when we take a choice to steer the ship and a choice to kind of, I don't know, chart the course of the things that we want to do and the places that we want to go and the type of person that we want to be, we choose to embrace goals and embrace progress, embrace personal growth, embrace success, embrace spiritual growth, embrace all these different aspects of our lives. That's where, and it's not easy. It's not really, it's not supposed to be. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But it is worth it. And so for me, in this past year, let me think of the things that I did embrace. So I was in therapy last year with BetterHelp. I started seeing a financial advisor. Let me think. I did an inner child workshop, which turned out to just be absolutely amazing. Shout out Christina Hassler. Shout out Stefano Stefandos. Shout out to your baby as well. I know you guys had a beautiful daughter recently. But yeah, that workshop was amazing. Started seeing two different personal coaches or two different coaches. One is more like personal, one is more like group coaching. That's sort of focused on just like a success and growth mindset. And the other one has helped me. It's ridiculous when you finally look at the different parts of yourself, or like for me, looking at different aspects of, of like my inner child and these just different parts of me and integrating them and allowing them to be okay and not walking around feeling shame, not, feeling a 60-pound rucksack full of shame, to use a military reference because I was in the military for 2 years. But to feel free from that, and I feel like coaches are very good at helping people do that. But to feel, it's like freaking Neo from the Matrix, man. It's just like, it feels like, that part where Morpheus, in the first film, where Morpheus says, I don't know, something along the lines of, where all the other people have tried and they haven't succeeded, but you will. he's like, what are you saying? I could dodge bullets? It's like, no, Neo. What I'm trying to say is that when you're ready, you won't have to. But, but I mean, I feel like I'm getting to that point where it's bullets of influence, bullets of drama, bullets of just sort of the external stimuli, the external stuff that tries to get in and change my mindset and change how I feel about things. It's like, just talk to the hand. Like that stuff just doesn't even, I have the power to not let that stuff sink in the way that it used to. And I'm aware of that now. And I feel very good about that. And I feel very good about the direction that my life is taking me in. I feel very good about, I don't know, I mean, just the goals that I've chosen for myself. My goals were dating, creating, relating. And I just feel good being a person that is more goal centered and more, I don't know, like, I don't feel aimless. And when I was living in Texas, I felt more aimless than I do now. But I will say that, see, one of the things that I mentioned in my video from when I was 38, turning 38 a year ago, was about health. Because at the time, I had been to the I went to the ER for the first time in literally 20 years. But it's taking care of your health. And that doesn't just include, getting your annual physical, but it also includes watching the foods that you put into your body, because that's been another major change that I've made in my life, which is why I've lost 25 pounds within this year, because I stopped eating junk food all day. Work from home, sit at my desk, snack mindlessly. Just snack. Really wasn't even picking out. It was just snacking mindlessly all day, and it's so easy to do. But I made a conscious choice to stop doing that. Watching the kind of foods that I eat, exercising. So I joined the gym, and before I joined the gym, I embraced like line dancing, and that was pretty fun actually. But I basically just wanted to get my body moving, get my heart pumping, do it in like a group setting so that I wouldn't just quit. Because my apartment has a free gym, but I knew I wasn't the kind of person that would just go to the free gym every day. Like, I wouldn't stick with it. Plus, it's a boxing gym, which is friggin' dope. And started seeing a chiropractor recently and getting my body into alignment. Because sitting at a desk and looking at my phone and this relationship with technology that I've had for so long has me leaning like this, and my neck is not as straight as it should be. It's actually off. So I have text neck. And that's something that I'm working on. But basically, my point, if I had to surmise this video, and I'll let it go about 10 minutes or so, but if I had to surmise this video, I would say that the things that have been important to me are taking care of my health, doing the things that I have been putting on the back burner, those someday things, integrating the different parts of me, including the parts that we're carrying around shame for years for different things, whatever. I'm not going to go into it in this particular video, but the things that had made me feel like as though I was lesser or inferior or not worthy of love or this, that, and the third, or sort of like giving up on love, integrating those parts and allowing those things to be okay and saying, okay, I do have this. I've had that, feeling of unworthiness, but that doesn't have to continue to be the story going forward. So I would say that it's been a journey of forward progress. It's been a journey of moving to a different state, sort of kind of immediately you have to kind of start from scratch and choose where you want to go. At least that's been my experience. But it's sort of, I don't know, it was kind of like I had to. It was just like, what is the point of moving to a new state, starting fresh? All the things that I learned in Austin, all the people that I left behind in Austin, what is the point of all of that if I'm just going to move to North Carolina and not grow as a person? So for me, it has been embrace the stuff that you've been putting on the back burner, embrace the stuff that's just kind of been sitting there for all these years. Don't let your life be stagnant. Take care of your health. You know, make better choices with the food that you put in your body, because we only got one. We only got one. Mine happens to be a beautiful chocolate drop of a man. But we only get one body, so we got to take care of it, you know. So maybe put down the Lay's potato chips and pick up some kale, you know, pick up some carrots, you know, or some apples, lemons, whatever. And sort of, you know, get your health right, get your heart right. It's over 10 minutes, but life is over 10 minutes. It's fine. But yeah, you know, it's okay to have parts of yourself that don't necessarily, you know. Another thing that I came to realize was that I had this sort of like internal struggle, but I had to let it be okay, you know. And I know that sounds cryptic and vague, but certain people will understand that. You know, people that resonate with the feeling of sitting on the fence and being conflicted. And you know what? That's a part of life as well. We just have to let it be okay. So I'll say that, in summary, this is my Law and Order closing statement. Allow it to be okay. Let go of shame. It doesn't help. It doesn't make your life better. Just allow yourself to move on from that and realize that it does not have to be your life story, even if it's been your story for the past 30 years or whatever it is, you know. And if you have a feeling of that you're unlovable, or if you have a feeling that you can't keep love, like let's say you go through a series of guys or a series of gals, you know, and you feel very anxious about it and you want to do all these things to try to make it work, it's okay to work on yourself. It's okay to love yourself first. Like Madonna says, until I learned to love myself, I was never really loving anybody else. She says that in one of my favorite songs, Secret. My baby's got a secret. So it's funny, you know, I went off my Law and Order sort of closing argument thing. But yeah, no, but like to close for real though, I would say that working on your emotional growth, your spiritual growth, your mental, relational, and your health are probably like the 5 pillars of things that you could do to just make your life monumentally better, make your life happier, make your life physically better, of course, make your relationships better, your spiritual life better, your peace of mind, your mental faculties. It's actually incredible if you ever learn about the mental faculties. If you look up Bob Proctor, mental faculties, it's very fascinating. Shout out Stacy. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. So I hope everyone has a blessed day. I'm going to continue to enjoy the rest of my birthday. Currently watching The Batman. It is a long movie, and I needed a block of time all to myself in order to enjoy it. So that's what I'm doing, and it's not selfish. It's self-honoring. All right. Peace out, guys. I love you. Later.